Hello guys, we are going to create a first virtual machine, that is controller.example.com, and let's switch to virtual VMware workstation. So where we'll be creating a new virtual machine. So here you will be seeing two options, typical and custom. So we'll be going with the typical option that is recommended. So we are using VMware Workstation 16. So let's go to next step. Let me browse for the ISO file which I have downloaded. So once it is selected, it will automatically detect CentOS 8 64-bit detected. Next, here it will be asking you for a name. So here we are expected to create a new user. By default, root user will be available after this installation. So in this particular wizard, we are also creating one extra user with which we'll be logging in into our system. So the password which you will be setting for this user will be same for root as well. Here let's name it as controller. Let's give this virtual machine name as a controller machine, controller VM. So by default, this virtual machine folder will be created in the default location of VMware Workstation, where it saves all the virtual machines which we create. So if you wish to change the location, you can simply browse and set a new location here. So here you will see one option, you want to store it in a multiple files. We'll be using the first option. So let's create virtual machines having hard drive space as 30 gigs. So this is the configuration which we have selected for our virtual machine. So in this case, if in case you wish to customize your hardware, you can select this. So I want to change the RAM to 2 gigs for this virtual machine. So in my system, I have 16 gigs of RAM. So I'll be setting up 2 gigs for each of these machines. So in total 6 GB, these will be consumed by my virtual machines. That's it. Close. And here there is a option to power up virtual machine after it gets created. So select this option and just click finish. So once virtual machine is created, it will show you something like this. So this is the first step of installation. So it will be showing us a lot of messages that will tell us the progress of our installation. There are some system checks which are currently being done. So it is starting installer, means to say the ISO which we have attached to this VM. So it is using that installer. CentOS Linux 8 installation has started. This process can take some time. So at this stage, it will show you the different configuration options which are selected by default by CentOS 8. So all of these options which are selected by default. So in CentOS 7, we could select any other options, but in this CentOS 8 ISO, it has taken all the default options and started with installation. So all the configurations which are there, we can change it once our virtual machine is ready. So you see that currently it is downloading packages. It is using the ISO file, that is the installer. So you see that reboot option is currently grayed out. So once this progress bar will show 100% complete, it means that installation will be over, then it will be enabled automatically. Then we will reboot the system, and after that we'll be logging in with the username which we created. We'll be accepting the license, and then our virtual machine will be ready to use. So let's wait for this installation to get over. This process can take around 15-20 minutes at this stage. So I'm going to pause the video for a while. As you can see that the installation is about to finish. So we will wait for this reboot button to be enabled. We are installing our first machine, control.example.com. Currently it is running post installation scripts. So after that it automatically rebooted. So now it will be showing us the login screen. So if your installation is successful, you can see something like this popping up on your screen. You can see now it shows me the user which I created while installation. So it is showing as CentOS. So enter the password which you set up while installation. So this is the first time we are logging in into our virtual machine. So it may be asking you to confirm some options for your system. So your CentOS 8 installation looks something like this. So today is October 18, it's 10 p.m. So click on the top left corner, you will see some options, and we will be selecting the terminal. So it may pop up something like this. So you simply close this, you don't need it. And I will click on this terminal. It will show you the terminal window. Zoom in a bit. So you will check who am I. This is the user with which you're currently logged in, and the password for this user you set is the same password for root user account as well. So try to ping google.com. So your internet is working. This confirms your network connectivity to internet is established successfully. So what all we have done in this machine, control.example.com, we have simply created a virtual machine and have logged in into virtual machine and tested network connectivity. Same thing which we'll be doing for other two machines. The first step we'll be doing for all three machines, and after that we'll go step by step to configure the next steps, to configure the next set of instructions. Okay, so what all we have done on control.example.com, the way we have created this VM, we'll be creating the second VM and third VM as well. Thank you.